Rivals of Aether is a dying game, but not for the reason you think. It's not because the competitive scene is imploding, it's not because they added 4 toxic new characters, but rather because the sequel is on the horizon and many players have their sights set on that instead. But as we approach the end of what is possibly Rivals 1's last official competitive season, the race for the #1 rank has never been more interesting. Past seasons have often seen a dominant player sweep the floor, or even 2 players meeting in nearly every grand finals. But this year, for the first time ever, 3 different players have all proven themselves as champions capable of claiming the throne. The first of these is a player who needs no introduction, a player who's proven himself to be the best of the best, time and time again.
Oh, this is scary. Let's get this on. What can you do about it, dude?
And the stocks are flipping. Never mind.
Who's hopping into the back
Sota has been ranked #1 almost every season he's competed. In his earlier seasons, he made a name for himself through his losers runs, often losing early in winners, only to look nearly untouchable once he entered the losers side of bracket, garnering the nickname of Loser's Cake.
I think I can just lock in better in losers. When everything's on the line, I can't fuck around anymore.
Last year, however, appearances of Loser's Cake became extremely rare, mainly because Sota simply stopped losing altogether. Cake went on an astounding 9 major winning streak, finally broken at Heatwave, only for him to immediately bounce back at Genesis. But then, just a few months later at Gamers on the Edge 8, Cake found himself choking a Game 5 winner's semis set to Kusi. And when he faced Soul Rifle next in Losers Finals, Loser's Cake was nowhere to be found.
I don't have a whole lot of competitive drive right now. I used to have, I had a lot, I guess it was the Riptide 2021 season, season 6. I mean, I grinded so incredibly hard in that season that I stopped grinding in the next season, and I still was incredibly dominant. Because they're 2 separate skills. There's playing the game and there's competing, and those are completely separate skills. And I think that my skill as a competitor has kind of carried me throughout the past year, while my skill as a player has been the same.
After his loss at Gamers on the Edge, Cake's next tournament was the Toronto Major Get On My Level, and it was here that his competitive spirit would receive a much-needed boost.
I mean, it always helps me when I hear that the crowd is on my side.
Next game, no ear dodge. They're doing USA chants.
We got a USA chant in the back.
When it's clear that my friends are in the crowd cheering for me, that it makes me care more about the outcome of the set, because it's if they care, I'll care more.
Cake is gonna have to. Cake is gonna have to play really well. Hopefully, the national anthem.
The national anthem being sang in the background, but I don't think Kusi's phased by. He's got headphones on.
Yeah.
He's not listening to anything that's happening right now.
I want my friends to be happy, so if they want me to win, then I want me to win.
In a similar fashion to their last meeting, Cake just barely failed to clutch out a Game 5 winners finals versus his Canadian rival Kusi. But with the pride of his country and the support of his friends behind him, Loser's Cake was resurrected once again.
Normal 2023 champion.
We got the USA
From the
chants.
from the loser side of bracket. I hear the USA chant in the
USA.
back. Kusi obviously putting on a fantastic.
Cake beat Kusi and set even their record for the season, but there's still one player he's yet to defeat.
About it. Off the top. Oh, and here we go. Off the top. Scary. Gonna get back here. It's beautiful. Follow up by Soul Rifle. How did that happen?
Soul Rifle is an explosive player in every sense of the word. He plays at a breakneck speed with ridiculous technicality. He puts his heart and soul into every second of every game, and he's been like that since the start.
At Dramatic Atlanta in 2019, when I lost that tournament to like Penguin winners and then ZBM losers, especially versus ZB because ZB is like really close. I kind of like had a flash of inspiration to like I can be the best if I really try.
Even while not having this goal taken seriously by the community at large.
Because back in the day, losing to me was like a really like bad thing.
You were a meme.
You lost a Soul Rifle, bro? That guy's a joke. He's a kid.
You were a meme back in the day, but look who's laughing now.
Exactly.
But Soul Rifle always believed in himself, and when he knocked Cake Assault into losers at Genesis 8, the rest of the world started to believe as well. Soul Rifle went on to lose to Penguin in a nail-biter Game 5, and then lose in the run-back versus Cake as well. But after that performance, he looked ready to dethrone these two titans.
Soul Rifle with such an incredible run. It can't be said enough how much Soul Rifle has done for maypul just in this single bracket.
Throughout the rest of the year, Soul Rifle slowly began to consistently defeat Penguin. Cake, on the other hand, proved to be a true bracket demon as he went on to defeat Soul Rifle for 9 straight sets after Genesis 8.
I was putting in so much work, and it felt like no matter how much I studied, no matter how much I practiced, Cake was always that one step higher.
It even reached a point where Soul Rifle's dream of greatness started to look like a joke once again.
It's not gonna autofill. Now we wait. I wonder if I have to refresh or if it'll just automatically.
Or you can sit on just the main
Forsburn is so broken. Literally the second best character in the game, and the devs, SPS, are too fucking blind to realize it. It actually baffles me how Cake has been able to gaslight the community for 5 years saying Forsburn is so bad, and literally gets buffed, fixing every... I can't wait to see the next one. I can't wait to see the rest of it.
At Gamers on the Edge 8, Soul Rifle would once again fall short of his ambitions when he faced a 3-1 defeat in Winners Finals, losing to Kusi for the first time since 2020. His next match would be against Cake Assault in Losers Finals, and despite the lopsided set history between the two, Soul Rifle's determination was as strong as ever. Immediately after getting sent to Losers, Soul Rifle could be seen in the background sitting down warming up for the forsburn matchup with another one of the players in the venue. And this time, all the hard work that he had put in since the beginning would finally pay off. For at least that one day in Tampa, Florida, Soul Rifle became the best player in the world. He had achieved his dream.
This could be really big. Armstrong's gonna do it, and Soul Rifle beats Cake Assault, getting a huge victory after 9 consecutive losses. a little bit further, just a couple more steps to get the stone on top of the mountain.
Listen, we're seeing it right now. We are at the mountaintop, and that's it! And that's it! Soul Rifle ascends to the top! You see the huge pop-off. You see MSB die in the background because of it. What a fantastic finish from Soul Rifle, and all of the emotion on this young man's face pouring out into the crowd, sharing this moment with him. Congratulations, Nevermore Soul Rifle 2-1-1. Your Gamers on the Edge 8 champion.
Cake and Soul Rifle were both expected to be racing for the top this season, but there has been one other surprise contender who's been able to keep up with them and claim a spot as a champion this season. And possibly even more surprising than his win over Cake and Soul Rifle was how he did it.
Oh my goodness!
You're gonna see the fast finish.
Kusi first started to hit his stride as a top player during the online season of 2020. Throughout this season, he saw consistent improvement in his placing at every single tournament he entered, and even managed an extremely impressive win streak versus Cake.
Like the whole online season, I don't know if I ever took a set against him. Like I maybe took one in the beginning and that was it. It fucking sucked. It was miserable. It was horrible.
I really like fighting Cake because Cake really challenges me and forces me to interact with certain parts of the game that other people don't really.
All he does is he sits on a platform and he dash dances, and then when you get into his threat range, he can plat drop and up air.
There are certain concepts that I'm just aware of that I don't have to really interact with other people because they just don't do it, but I have to do it versus Cake Assault because he's just that good.
Cake and Kusi would finally meet offline in losers semis at Genesis 8, and this set delivered on all fronts, going the full 5-game distance, with momentum constantly swinging back and forth.
Get another parry weight!
A 3-stock coming right back!
When the pressure of Game 5 hit, however, Kusi crumbled.
That's gonna do it! Cake Assault wins 3-2 over Kusi. Yells yes! So excited to redeem himself against the Scourge in Season 5. Kusi having a fantastic run, getting 4th at his first offline event. And what an offline event. Genesis on top of that. I look forward to seeing more of Kusi's play.
Cake would continue to take win after win against Kusi following their set at Genesis. In April of 2023, it had become so difficult for Kusi that Cake was able to even win a set 3-0 against him while letting his chat flashbang his screen the entire time. Despite the bizarre nature of this loss, Kusi wasn't deterred, and when he faced off against Cake at Gamers on the Edge 8 just a month later, all he needed was a little bit of luck to break his 2-year losing streak.
More smoke and set up for that sweet hit, and Cake Assault SDing.
Then, possibly even more surprising, Kusi would break yet another losing streak.
Bash one more time, and Kusi makes it to Grand Finals, beating Soul Rifle and Cake Assault.
For the first time ever, Kusi was in winner's side Grand Finals of a major. Unfortunately for him, his opponent would be the red-hot Soul Rifle, coming from losers with the massive momentum of a 3-0 victory over Cake. The games weren't close, and Kusi lost 6-1. Kusi's next opportunity to prove himself would come in July at Get On My Level. This Canadian tournament took place in his hometown of Toronto, and without Soul Rifle in attendance, his biggest competition would be Cake Assault. In yet another set that went down to the wire, Kusi claimed his second victory over Cake for the season, this time with no luck required.
That's gonna be it! And that's it! Kusi defeats Cake Assault 3-2 with the pop-off.
Sending him to loser's bracket.
And advancing into Grand Finals on winner's side. We've seen this before.
In such a short span of time, Kusi had earned himself yet another shot at a major win. And yet, when the pressure of Grand Finals hit, he was faced with the cold reality of another 6-1 loss. A few months later, Riptide would present itself as Kusi's shot at redemption. At the outset of this tournament, Soul Rifle announced that he would play as etalus secondary throughout the entirety of the weekend. This left Cake Assault and Kusi once again as the two favorites destined to meet at the end of the bracket. And when the players sat down, Kusi shocked the world before the set even started, just by picking wrastor.
He's on wrastor. Is that sticking? Maybe. I might be from Musef. It would appear so.
Step back, my voice hit the track. C-O-N-S is back, putting hack on the map. And it's about that time to come correct with the rhyme. Make the fellas incline to make the ladies feel fine. We shine like sunlight and make the beat run right. Making you rock like you only got one night left to feel this. Stepping with the realness, we deal with this. Now it's all about the illness. Half stepping, never that we roll properly. A couple $100 past gold, just like Monopoly. We full flash, working this game like professionals. Lyrically, want me to work my feet sessional. I got you open while you digest my sound. Bugging out while you watch my record spin round. You love the way that it sound, we'll go buy it. Think about stepping the D, don't even try it.
Yeah, oh, he gives up. Cake Assault runs off stage and basically forfeits the set.
Even more surprising than the wrastor counterpick was the fact that it absolutely destroyed Cake. Despite having never appeared in any tournament before, Kusi's wrastor cleanly 3-0'd the #1 player in the world, and even got him to give up on Game 3. Kusi had just placed himself in the winner's side grand finals of a major for the 3rd time in a row, but this time things were different. For the first time since the return to offline play, Kusi had managed to make Cake look completely lost against him. And when the pressure of grand finals settled in, Kusi's wrastor was ready.
From the top of the key for 3 villain. Been on in the game as long as he can really swing. Turn the corner spinning, bust that ass and get up. Dust off the mask, curb a laugh, give him a head up. He got jumped, it pumped his adrenaline. He said it made him tougher than a bump of raw medicine. To write all night long, the hourglass is still slow. Flow from hellborn to free power like Lil Cole. And still owe bills, pay dues forever. Slave used when it comes to who's more cleverer. Used to wore leather goose fee with the fur collar. And charge the fee for loose leaf, words per dollar, you heard holla. Broad or dude, we need food. Eat your teams for sure, the streets sure seem rude. For fam like the partridges, pardon him for the mix-up. Battle for your Tory cartridges, or put your kicks up, it's a stick up. Put your blicks up, he's ready bowl cuts and swole like penile flicks. Give him 20, the danger in his eyes will let you know he's a brawler. Bring your tallest champs like that much taller. 10 pounds heavier, one step ahead of it. Vocab, stamina, styles, all irrelevant. Camps and cliques, units, squad crews and clans. Even the tongues will fuck around and lose them all. Boom, brung that bong. There goes that news van again. Act like you knew like toucan salmon them. He eat rappers like part of a complete breakfast. Their rhymes ain't worth the weight of their cheap necklace. String them up, bring them up under whack junk snack. Get that out your hand, punk, jump and get your dunk smacked. Foul, we all know the rules, bro. You slow, you blow the super, you fools. Heels on boss like you go lights.
They're all cheering his name right now. They want the champ to be the champ once more.
Here's a couple of nice guys who finished first. So nice try, but the prize is ours dispersed. They say the good die young, so I added some badass to my flavor to prolong my life over the drum. Everyone cools off from being hot. It's about if you can handle being cold or not. And we were told to hop, but no one's dick by Prince Paul. We stayed original ever since, y'all. First to do a lot of things in the game, but the last to say it. No need to place it on a scale to weigh it. And don't do it for the praise or to raise the bar. Yeah, this raise anyways, so amazing are the 3 L.I. brothers from the other way of thinking. Hey, your ladies winking, I think you need to control that or I have to hold it. All right, the double clone of me. Shit and get the gingerbread, man. Sacrifice mics and push drugs to these rappers. Puff ponies till I turn blue in the lips. Sipping broads like 7-Up. So refreshing. I finger pop these verses like first dates. The birth date September 21 1968. Too old to rhyme, too bad.
The call at top, and that's gonna do it. Kusi is your Riptide 2023 champion from the winner's side of bracket, prevailing not once but twice against the world champion himself, Cake Assault.
After his massive victory at Riptide, Kusi took a short break from traveling and competing. Cake Assault went on to win smaller brackets at Tap 6 and the Big House 11, and Soul Rifle claimed a victory for himself at Hurricane. While these wins are by no means small feats, Heatwave on November 11th and 12th is the tournament that will truly allow someone to gain a lead in their race to number 1, as this will be the first time since Riptide that any of these 3 champions will have crossed paths, and all 3 will be there to win. As stated earlier, Rivals 1 is in its sunset years, so if you haven't got invested in top level Rivals yet, this might be your last shot. But it also just might be the most hyped season finale that we've ever seen. I highly recommend tuning into Heatwave, as well as the other tournaments like Santa Paws, all of which will be leading up to the season finale at Genesis 10.
One thing that I do want to make clear is that I'm still, you know, I'm still trying to be like number 1 this season, despite the lack of practice so far. We'll see how it goes.
For my pride, as I need to win Genesis. You know, I'm getting 3rd twice in a row, and that trophy, dude, it stares at me. I'm staring at it.
Rivals is my favorite game, my favorite platform fighter, so can't really be mad with the result if I'm just there for a good time, you feel me?